Hey guys, Russ here. Today we're going to be starting a series. We're going to see how far we can go with this and how long it'll be. I'm not sure. But we're going to be doing a sports package. So it's going to take a while. I'm going to try to do as many parts as possible. But we're going to use all these packages as reference and to give us just a starting point. And we're going to create our own package. Um, so yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Definitely want to take you guys through uh, the ups and downs of creating a package, what roadblocks you'll hit, how to overcome it, how to prepare for iteration, how to set up your project for success, and all the craziness that comes with it. But yeah, well, let's see how far we get, and uh, we'll see how everyone likes the series and if they want me to keep going. Um, I think to complete the whole package will probably be at least 30 episodes. Um, but yeah, I think the first thing we should do is probably mock up some logos, and that should set us up for some scenes up for the next episode. Um, I'm hoping to get two teams modeled out. So let's import our logos. Let's do here. Personal, go. Let's do the Giants first. That is a small logo. All right, so the first thing I do whenever I import a logo, I look at scale. Come on. There we go. I want to make sure the logos are bigger than life because most likely when you are creating a scene, the logo is going to be massive because you want it to take up the whole the set that you're going to be building. Okay. Let's do convert spline. Or is it exploding segments? There we go. We do not need this box. There we go. Okay. Let's import the other one. Word mark. That one's also super tiny. You want to make sure we get the same scale. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be close. All right, splines, let's explode segments. Let's get rid of this box. Yep. Primary, fill primary, also super tiny. All right. Again, you just want to roughly, doesn't have to be perfect, but you want the same scale and everything. Go. Oh, I already imported that one. Merge. Go. Phillies and York Giants. All right. Let's just focus on one. Let's do Giants first. It's simple. Get rid of the scale. We don't need that anymore. Let's save as well. Team logos. Yeah, I started a little bit off to the side on this. I got some characters for a football player and a football already started. That's more of a process that I will do in another series on character design and rigging and how to set that up. But if I did that on this one, this would be probably 60, 70 episodes. That'd be a lot to get into. Okay. Center that up. Looks like we have some duplicates. Okay. I'm going to pull up the logo off to the side. So this way, it's a little bit easier to model this out. So I'm just going to pull this off to the side, have it for myself for a reference. Okay. Yeah, the center is blue too. Okay. I think my Illustrator file did not have that blue center. That's the alternate version of it. Okay. Okay, let's start with these two. Let's merge them down, center, and outer. You can probably do, yeah. We'll probably be using a lot of these pieces. Okay. Let's get the center going. Extrude. We want it to extrude the other way. So let's invert it. Reverse sequence. There we go. For me, it just makes sense to extrude forward rather than backwards. This way you can keep your curves at 0, 0. Center. Let's extrude it again. Just the outer version this time. Do the same thing, reverse. We just want a little bit, actually, just think, what would be cool for a bevel for this? I think it'd be kind of cool having an extrude that goes around. We definitely want the back to be flat. So in this case, yeah, let's push this back. Let's create a copy with both of these. We can center Z again. But spline mask. Extrude. Oh, I'm only going to need the N. Okay. All right, the Y. So let's do that. Do this for now. Well, that's weird. Should be. Oh, there we go. Outer bevel. Okay. Basically what I was thinking is to extrude the bevel a little bit. We can have an inside layer here, and then we can do another one. This will be back plate. Let's do the center again. I might change the curves on that, so because this could be glass. Wait, what's going on there? That shouldn't be happening. All right, let's back up for a second. Let's see what's going on with our spline. Okay, all right. Sometimes you just gotta switch the axis that it's extruding on or merging on, and it'll work. Let's hope all the roadblocks we run into are that quick of a fix. That would be amazing. Okay. Now it's still a bit plain for me. So what can we do? Maybe on this one, up the curves a little bit more. What do we have here? That looks pretty cool. We can lower this a bit. And we can do another one. And extrude that, maybe lower the tension. During this stage, you just want to try things out. Like, what is it like if I do this or that, and just experiment. Lower that down. And now we're getting somewhere. So there, 1, 2. I don't think I'll even need all of these, but if I do some levels of glass, they could come in handy. That's 3 layers. I definitely don't think I need this one though. I'll keep it for now. All right, let's light this and we'll see if it works. And if it works, we'll apply it to the word mark. All right, so let's save what we have now and let's create like a basic lighting stage. Let's just do like showroom. We just want a basic studio lighting. You don't have to have the same HDRIs. Any will work. Just something that metal and glass can reflect off of. Okay. Red, bevel. Personally, when I make shaders, I like to use nodes. It just makes more sense to me. We want metal, a little bit of roughness. You can always add to it later. Okay. Then let's do blue, glass. Okay. Transmission all the way up. Transmission color. I think I can probably put this in here. Nope, not that one. Color. Okay. Just see what we're dealing with. Bring that back up. Then color, maybe, no. I think I'll want maybe a lighter blue. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's see here. We're gonna want some depth to it. Okay, now let's do the same thing for the inside. Blue, metal. And that could be on 2. I don't think I'll need 1 after all. Just need to get this reflection right. Let's get better lighting though. Light target. Okay. So at this point, I'm just looking at reflections and how it reacts to light. Because when we go in for macro shots and for flashy transitions and intros, you're going to want the curves of the geometry to react very well to how you're lighting it. So let's keep fine tuning, because right now it looks okay, but nowhere near the quality level we need. Okay, so let's keep going. What's thin-walled? Okay, that's getting closer. You see what's going on here? That's good. We're seeing inside. We're getting levels to this. Because what we can do is outline the interior of this with the red or even blue. We'll have to try out both and see which one gives us a better result. Because we can go on the outside. We can go with red glows that are embedded into the logo. And this can be, yeah, I think that's going to be the result we go with. We just want a little bit of roughness, but mostly we want this to be see-through. Kind of like it without it. Okay. Subsurface. Let's bring this color into it. Scale. I'm just trying to get more color into this if I can. But I think let's get some light in there first. I think that will help us with lighting. All right, let's put this in a group. Lighting. You can hide it. Okay. Let's name this layer center glass. We don't need this. Center base. Okay. Try this one. All right, so we want to create some inner glows. So we're going to need this curve right here. Center. And we can do that by, let's grab a circle. Let's do like 5 for now. Let's do a sweep. You see how I'm getting the edge here? So we're going to need a curve that's not something weird's happening with this curve. Okay, that's the inner curve, right? I assume so. Let's just check. Yep. All right, so what we can do, those, and then go to spline. Let's go to create outline. That is looking funky. And that one's backwards. All right, so we're gonna have to separate it first. Explode segments. We're gonna have to fix this one. Okay, and then let's do curves. Let's go to explode segments again. We want the inner curves. can delete those. If I just delete it. No, it doesn't come with the... Let's go to this view. So what I can do is bring it that. And then just bring this up. Not perfect, but it'll do. Merge, sweep. Okay. So this is what basically I meant, just like an inner, some inner glows. Although I want it along the edge here, but this isn't looking too bad either. I'm gonna keep this, just in case I want to use it. But we're gonna need some along here too. Just duplicate this. And let's get rid of that. Let's make one. Let's get rid of end. Okay. Backplate. We just want this logo to be as clean as possible. It gives you more flexibility down the line to rotate your logo 360 degrees if you build it correctly the first time. Okay, and then I guess I'll call it like glow rings. That makes sense, right? So grid, linear, render instance. We want to do Z. Okay. All right. Let's bring our glass back because we're probably have to push both of these things back. I already had the glass, okay. Let's push the base back. Okay. Let's do like that. All right, let's make some glow textures. Red, glow. Then we're going to create a new one. Well, actually, we can, that's fine. Just up the emission color. 3 glue rings. All right, let's do one at a time. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. What if we like really ramp it up? Let's try 50. Just out of curiosity. Nah. What if? Let's do. Mesh, and then no, not purple. Okay, that's not doing much of anything. What if I did glow rings instead? Yeah. Okay, that's not doing much. Could always go wider. Yeah, that's looking better. Instead of blue or red, let's make a blue one. We could put the red on the outside. So a trick with LED that you want glowing is to take the V value and just make that 100. Let's do the same thing with this one. Yeah, that's looking stronger. Let's see what that looks like if we do blue. Yeah, that's looking much stronger. Much better. Okay. Let's do the same thing. Blue, blue, rings. I do the same thing with this one. Let's take the same bevel, outer bevel, same sweep, and instead of that one, let's put in this one. Bring this up, and this one will get red. let's adjust the glass again. That glass is way too dark. Let's bring in some texture for the glass. We just need something really anything just for to break it up. Textures. Let's get some scratches. Down like the roughness. You can also do a bump map, height field, bump. Just a little bit of texture goes a long way. You don't need much. Nothing's really glow. Same thing with this one. Let's get this glowing good. Glass can be even better. What if we did some subsurface and put that back in. Subsurface. What if I did a thin wall after that? No, that just add just more opacity. I don't want that. It's going to be a mixture of transmission and subsurface. Let's get the glass we need. We're definitely going to need some texture on the steel. I definitely have metal textures. I just don't remember where I put them. Ah, there they are. I found them. I should really organize these. They're not really, can't tell what they are. Guys, I used to have Grayscale Gorilla. They're great, and I love them, but the price for every year for it is kind of ridiculous. So I stopped paying for it, but the assets I do have from them are pretty good. It just didn't make sense for me to have to keep purchasing for the same assets. Like most of our assets that they do add, they're cool and all, but I just personally I never used them. I was using mostly the like the metals, the woods, and some of their glass materials, but yeah, it just didn't make sense for me personally to keep buying it. But I do have their library that I bought when I had them. I don't have any of their updated stuff though. Let's see. Which one can I use? Let's go inside here and get some. I just want a normal metal. Wish they gave like a preview in the folder. That would be nice. Kind of similar to Quixel. When you download a texture, it gives you a preview. Tech Products had some metal in there. Let's see. I think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, brushed aluminum. Okay. So let's go to red. We want, it's a bump. Okay. Actually, no, I want the normal matte for the bump. Bump that. Yeah, we're getting some texture in there, although we're getting some nastiness in the front. That can be fixed, the roughness. Yeah, that's looking better. Much better. Now, will it be as simple as just turning this to cubic? Oh, we just need the bevel. Cubic. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I still think we can take this further. Okay, let's go back here. Let's do this. And we can make an instance. Bevel. That could be there. Yeah. Then we could take a sweep. Clone. Oh, this is already looking stronger. Okay. We're getting somewhere. this can go like that. All right, what does that look like? Yeah, that's looking cinematic. Okay, let's lower to like 1. Okay, then let's do glow, rings, side, bubble. Okay. And we can still take this further. Let's keep going. Keep lighting up here. And we can take this whole edge here. Let's do this one. Create a copy of that. And then this one, blue glass. This one will be a red glass. I pick the red. I think I color picked it right. I think I missed. Yeah. Yeah. And then this one was normal red. Okay. All right, so that should give us some nice reflections. While keeping it on brand. Yeah, that's looking strong. Like we have some inner detail, outer detail, and we can probably even take one more. The center one. A copy of it. Take this out. And then this one can be, oh, not that one. Maybe just a normal glass. Glass. That one. Maybe white. Transmission all the way up. Then walled. And we want this to be super thin. Let's do like 0.01, just a little bit of shine. And then do that. Dispersion. Some subsurface. Oh. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Try to pick it again. or without. I like that detail. Maybe we'll put it on this one. Oh, I mean, I like that. We just need to get on brand more. Yep. Let's try. Yep, that does it. Everything has a little bit of roughness. Very important to do. Color, scale. Actually, I don't need subsurface at all. Now that I have, just reset that back to default. Yeah, I think that does it. That looks good to me. That'll be very strong in whatever we place it in. Yeah. Cool. All right. New York Giants primary. We'll create a new layer. New York Giants. Save. All right, now let's undo the other logo and let's do the same thing. That up there for now, for reference. This one. Okay. Outer. Nope, that one. I can select it. There we go. Nope. Outer. There we go. I actually created a. Look at cloud. Yeah, I did. Okay, delete that one. This will be inner. Nope, not loft. Let's take it out. Let's delete that. Okay. Extrude. Backplate. Let's get that. 13. 13. Plate, which will be 1.3. Let's Doing very similar stuff here. There will be slight differences, which is okay. Backplate. We want bevel. So I'll take both of these here. Oh shoot. Let's make sure all this stuff is centered. Start off strong here. Okay, let's move this back. Hide it for now. Extrude. Good to me. This will be bevel. Another bevel. Okay. 17. That's probably up here. I want the glass portion of it. Because to me, that's the next step, 94. Okay. And glass portion again. 2.2. Going the other way. Reverse. Reverse. Or is it not? Oh, it's getting late. It's 12:30. I think I'll wrap it up after this logo. We'll have to do the other one on next episode. I am starting to get tired. Okay. Oh, I keep doing it. It's supposed to go on the side. So it's supposed to be like this. Okay. Then let's create a instance. center glass. I'll just copy this. And then that. Let's move it down like this. Okay. Side. And bevel. That. Glass. Alright, and I need this one. So when you're building these out, once you get like a few that you like, you're gonna go back and you would create a modular version using instances of the same curve. So this way, when you replace one curve, it will replace all of them. And this way you can iterate more teams a lot more effectively. We're just gonna do 2 teams, so I'm not doing that. But that's how you would iterate a lot of different teams with a complex logo. For me, it doesn't make sense to do that. It's a lot more work to go through those steps. But you can see I'm doing it a little bit with some instances, but you'd be doing it a lot more. You'd be instancing the curve itself and putting those into the extrude, into your what do you call them, sweeps, and all that. So something to keep in mind as you're working, if you're building this for a package for the company you work at or for your own personal portfolio. If you're building up more teams, do yourself a favor and create a modular logo template. Okay, let's get back to this. Center, so I need that one. Let's do that. Oh, I made a mistake. Or did I? No, I definitely made a mistake. All right. Let's get this into place first. This goes behind, I think. Yeah, that should be okay. I think so. Oh no, that's the bevel. That's not the bevel, that's a back plate. Okay. I see what went wrong. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. Outer bubble. Yeah. $17. $2.2. Yeah, that's fine. So let's keep going then. Yeah, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're getting the essence of your logo, you're good. That's all you're looking for. What is going on there? Alright, time to fix it. Maybe it's the type of curve it's not liking. Let's try uniform. Does that fix it? Can I fix it any other way? I guess uniform it is. Okay. Let's do like 50. Alright, so the same thing is going on with the red ones. So it's this one, or no, it's NR, I think. Uniform. Or is it both? It's both. Let's do 50. Primary, board, mark. Okay. See what this looks like. Make sure we are looking the same for both. All right, this one is not looking the same. We're missing a piece. What are we missing? This piece. We're missing that piece, but I don't think it's that piece. Okay. That. It's the. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that piece is. Okay. Pretty sure this is gonna fuck up this logo. Can't do this. But I just need, oh no, yeah. That's happening everywhere. Oh, that's terrible. Can I get away with it not doing it? That's the question. Center base. I think this is what I'm missing here. Yeah. Okay. Center. Then that. Alright, it's getting close. We're getting there. We're so close, guys. Come on. There we go. This is why templates are so much better, because the placement will be exactly the same. Alright, that's close enough for me. Alright guys, I'm going to leave off there for tonight. This will be episode 1 of our sports package, and we will do Philadelphia Eagles for the next one. And then once we do that, we will start the fun stuff, and the roller coaster will begin. Hope you guys enjoyed me modeling a couple logos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.